Dr. Corey Propst with the Diet Doc, here again with your next awesome episode of the Diet Doc Life Mastery Podcast. And we are launching into another coaching clinic episode. And I'm very excited to be here with Jennifer Morakis, who is the Diet Doc owner of the Diet Doc Poland. And her business is called The Focal Point. Hi, Jen.
Hi, Corey. Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, yes, it's great to be here with you and to chat with you. The first question that I kind of want to ask you, Jen, because we're coming up into the holiday season and Thanksgiving is a little over a week away. And this is one of my favorite times of the year, and I just started something called the Jar of Joys here at my house, and I'm asking all of my clients, what are you particularly thankful of and or grateful for, appreciative about, and I'd love to hear from you in that regard.
Okay. I actually have to say that I'm very thankful for having the business that I have. It really kind of is my life, and I love to do what I do, but I'm thankful that I have as many clientele that I have that have been with me year after year, and I appreciate the fact of them enduring through the holiday and knowing that it's not always going to be perfect, but they stay healthy and fit throughout the whole year. So I'm thankful that they're occurring, and they're also sending me new business, so that's able to help me encourage more and more people in the community to get healthy.
Yeah. I use you as an example a lot with quite a few of our other owners, Jen, just in terms of the level of support and I think real, genuine, face-to-face concern that you put into the work that you do with your clients. And I mean, it comes through in just what you said right here, that you recognize that everyone's going to come in with their own set of issues and problems and lifestyles and concerns, and what they bring to you, you're going to meet just head on, with the acknowledgement that, even during these holiday times when there's food everywhere and it may be a little harder, that we still can take the opportunity to be thankful and be appreciative for whatever health that we have. Do you do things within your community, certain challenges or things with your clients that focus on that?
Yes, actually, I have been in the last, probably, I want to say I'm in my 5th year now here doing a holiday challenge. I started this, and I picked it up actually from the local Y that just did a maintain, no gain and a free t-shirt. Well, I think we all have enough clothes at home, some that fit and some that don't fit. So What I've done is I've encouraged all of my clientele who want to do it. I don't pressure them, but I have them do a $25 entry fee. Okay. And that puts the money in the pot. And I actually set it from right now before Thanksgiving to go through the entire holiday season and roll into the beginning of February. I like to kind of keep the dates in unison so that they don't just lose the weight and maintain it. They don't gain it back after. I don't like to kind of do that where they're kind of doing a fad kind of thing. So right now I'm starting it this week where they initially weigh in, do a small entry fee, and then their accountability is they have to check in with me each week. Now, I go by the honor policy, so if they can't make it in to see me, they got to send me their scale or their feet or something so that I know that it's them. And then each week I actually have a checklist. I have a copy here. It's actually my winter holiday challenge, if you could actually see it. It's I've got a list on here of different things, whether or not they're going to hold their training appointments, or they're going to keep their nutrition appointments with me, or attend a yoga class that I just started. And then what I've done is everybody's name's in a basket, and I'll pull it every week. And if they've met the qualifications, I myself will give back. And I say that in the fact that some I might do a small gas card, some I might do like a small Starbucks card. Some I carry some snack products and stuff here. So I'll put a little gift together to give back to them. I also have some punishment on there too, that if they go up, it's $3 a pound. So in the end, and I only did this because I'm trying to keep everybody encouraged to do it throughout the year. Each week, if they do go up, they have to put a few more dollars in the pot. And then at the end, I go based by percentage, and I'll do the 3 top winners. So like last year we had over like $1,400, and I split it up between the top 3 clients that had won it and given them their cash back. And a handful of them had returned and kept it here, doing some training or even doing some massage. Others, kept it as a nice payday for them in February, something that they didn't think that they would have, and I'm asking them to encourage their family and friends too, because the more they do, the more they're going to help and the more, the pot's going to grow.
Mm-hmm. That's a really creative idea, Jen. And what really kind of stuck out was the punishment piece, because we all, not only are we very motivated by connection and support and doing things within a tribe and together. And, all of us, we get galvanized when there's a group of people doing something as opposed to just doing it by ourselves. But we are also very motivated by the potential for pain.
Yes.
We don't want to feel that. So what's the experience been with your clients who actually have to put money back in, because
it's actually very funny, because seeing a few extra dollars in there makes them really watch and make sure that they don't go too far overboard throughout the week. That way that they don't have to put that. And I find they're, free has no value. So I honestly believe putting a few extra dollars out there, knowing that you've got a chance for the next 10 to 12 weeks to get something back, to also keep yourself in check. Accountability is a big key that I've sensed over the years, even since I've built the business, is that I sometimes don't consider myself a diet coach. I don't like the word diet, because I like to be the accountability, because some need the accountability, in the kitchen with their food, some need it in the gym, some need it just to talk, and get their mindset straight and not kind of veering down the road that their friends are veering down, or the fact that they just need to come out of their stress. I have a girl who's a couple of weeks out, probably 6 or 8 from having her second child. So the whole dynamic in her home has changed. So it's nice to get out and actually talk to adults and be able to, get in, some healthier eating and guided and, time to work out too.
Yeah. Well, so I really appreciate, Jen, that you recognize that this is about diet, but not from the sense of this on or off faddish sort of approach, that it is about nourishment, and it is about what we are fueling our bodies with and how we are fueling our bodies. But to your point, you're recognizing and you're helping your clients to recognize that this isn't just about a food diet. This isn't just about what we consume and put in our mouths, but it is a lot of what are we consuming that's affecting our minds, and that's affecting the way that we think, and that's affecting the way that we view ourselves and our body image and our confidence. And so to also your accountability piece, you walk the walk. You're involved in this with them. And I think that's so, so crucial as a coach. Would you say that that's one of your key strengths as a coach?
I do. I really do think that it's helped me kind of build the business more, because I do walk the walk. I do still to this day track my macros. I like it because it helps me keep myself accountable. Plus I could also see and show the clients that it's not as easy for everyone to be able to get where they want to get and be able to maintain that point there too, so I truly believe in that, walking the walk and preaching it, because I'm not going to be one that's going to tell you that let's do this and I'm not going to do it. Granted, we all have our weaknesses, but we help each other through that, and they've helped me and I've helped them throughout the years.
Yeah, it really does sound like you approach it as a collaborative partnership as opposed to a hierarchy.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I believe in, like what you had said, it's more their lifestyle, and it's not just in the kitchen, and that's kind of why, like, we've created our home here in the focal point as you are the focus. So that's really kind of where I came up with that, because mind, body, and soul, it's everything. You need to relax the mind. That's why I started the yoga class this last couple of weeks, just so that I've sensed that a lot of clientele that I'm talking to, even new faces I haven't seen, are highly stressed, and I don't know if they're stressed eating or if they're stressed at work, but I'm trying to give them at least that 45 to 60 minutes for themselves to unwind, and be able to reflect and take in everything that's going on. We all seem like we have a very busy schedule and that we're constantly running. We haven't had a minute to stop and take care of ourselves. And I pride myself on telling myself I've got to do that. I want them to too, and that's often hard because of everybody's priorities throughout their day. But, a half an hour, 45 minutes, 3 or 4 times a week, I think is worthy of everyone taking that to give themselves, some time for themselves. And I always tell them, I said, you can't take care of everybody else that's in your household, your family, parents, kids, and that if you're not well taken care of.
Yeah, Jen, I'm getting the sense that this is an area of your own life, this maybe self-care area that has taken maybe some practice on your part and some maybe real deliberate attention and consciousness. A lot of people will hear this, oh, you have to take care of yourself and you have to have some time, for yourself. And they're in the back of their minds too, they're thinking, well, that's selfish. Like there's not enough time in the day. I have way too many things to do. How do you approach that? What's your stance with that with your clients? What do you say to them?
Well, I don't believe that it's being selfish. I actually have a client who calls me her accountability coach and created an acronym for the word selfish and created a plaque. I have it somewhere here in my office that she's actually made up because she often thought that. She's 61 years old and she wishes that she would have been taking care of herself 20 or 25 years ago, and she's like, I'm being selfish now. I'm like, no, you're not being selfish, but we do, are able to take some time for ourselves, because if they're at home hurting or not able to move around or be able to get enough sleep, they're not going to be able to do the activities that they want to do and to be able to help all those other people that are in their household, whether or not it's their spouse or their kids or their parents and that. And I tell them, I said, take a minute, okay, and do a small Post-it note, put down on there. And I do it myself is I'll give myself a priority list. I know how many things that I have to get done today, but I'm not going to outreach and get something done Friday that I know that I could look to do maybe on Wednesday or Thursday. I kind of look at it as like, let's put them in reference order on what really needs to be done right now. Do you really need to go get this Christmas present? Or do you really need to go get something healthier at the store? Or is it okay to take a half an hour for yourselves? That way, when you do get to those other chores, that you feel like you're accomplished, their to-do lists, and some get stressed on it. Some, I have them make sure they put it on their log. When they're journaling anything and writing it down to me, tell me that you did do something for yourself. And then their overall outlook has changed over time.
What I hear you saying, Jen, is that you're getting your clients to be very intentional. They're keeping the things that are most important to them, the things maybe that they want to shift or to start building into their lives right in front of them. So, like you said, to hold themselves accountable and to know that someone else cares about this too. Someone else, specifically my coach, Jen, recognizes that this is very important for me to live a healthier, more full, more vibrant, more energetic life. I love that you're focusing on that.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, you bet. So Jen, a lot of clients are listening, and these are people with goals oriented towards health and fitness, but we also have a lot of other coaches listening in on this podcast, fitness entrepreneurs just like you. What is one piece of Jen wisdom that you might offer either one of these camps that might help them as they navigate their unique path, whether that's to start a fitness business that's focusing on nutrition and health and wellness, or clients who just really recognize that they need to make a shift, they need to make a change? What would you say to them?
Well, this is something my husband, Chris, would always say. And I've done this for years with him, that your words of wisdom is, it takes a grind. It really does. And I say that in the fact that running a small business and trying to keep, clients encouraged, it does take a grind. So if there's any advice that I can give to anybody out there, is to work hard, know what you want to do with it, and know you're always going to have some ups and some downs. You know, like I've always kind of kept my door open here, and sometimes I'm here really late and sometimes I'm here very early, and like I try to keep a boundary, you know, with like a cutoff time on my phone or my email, just so that I can get some kind of headspace, as I call it, to not feel like you're often overwhelmed, you know. But it's very rewarding to help all of those that you can help. And I always tell everybody to kind of keep your ears out, you know, and your eyes open, because I'm always looking to see who I can be in touch with and contact in the community, whether or not it's, you know, other businesses down the street or it's my client's workplace. I have a lot that work at different hospitals, and I've got contacts there that if there's something that I have a question with or I need, you know, additional information, I know a handful of people in many, many different industries that I'm like open to that, you know, to be open to knowing that I can help you and guide you as best that I can. But if there's not something there, I know where I can kind of direct you to kind of get a little bit more help. You know, and I say that in regards to Chris does the nutrition with me as well, but also does massage. So if there's something that anyone needs some assistance with, you know what I mean, we have contacts and assistants here that we can help them with that too, you know. So like he says, you got to grind it out, early hours, long days, but it's very rewarding in the end.
Well, oh man, you just listed a whole bunch of things that I think could be incredibly helpful for both camps. So there's the be ready to work, be ready to put forth effort, you know, be ready to prioritize, to understand what is really important to spend your time on and who to spend your time on. What else? There's a theme of contribution that has run through everything that you've said so far. Like the work, the hours, it's worth it because I'm contributing in a very positive, optimistic way towards helping these people live better lives, right? So there's a spirit of contribution. And then there's partnership and collaboration and connection. You talk about how you work with your husband there. You know, you hold each other accountable, and then with other people in the community too. So, you know, you're not an island as a business owner. And I think a lot of people they expect themselves to just be the end all be all for everything. But there is so much value. And if you're a client too, to reaching out and asking questions and getting advice and creating these collaborations within your community, so that you can be the best that you can be. Did I summarize that well enough, Jen?
Yes. Yes. I think we covered it all.
All right. Awesome. Well, anything else that you would like to add, Jen? Any questions that you have, you know, as a coaching clinic podcast interviewee?
Well, I would just tell everyone that if they haven't started to, you know, on a healthier journey, you know, that there's always a time to do that, you know. And I say that, like you were saying, we're venturing right now on the beginning of Thanksgiving and Christmas. And often people will say, oh, I'm going to start after the holidays.
They do. I hear it all the time too.
Yes, I do. I remember years and years ago of clients that I have, they're like, I'm going to wait until January. And then the gyms are going to be overly.
You're already
10. I've seen 25.
Oh goodness. Yes.
So there's always that time to get started, you know, and just take it one step at a time. We're always going to have another Thanksgiving. We're going to have another Christmas. We're going to have these holidays. So why not have a coach and help them learn through the process of what's good and what's going to be able to help you, you know, throughout the process. Yeah.
Thank you, Jen. So how can people find you, get in touch with you if they'd like to speak with you?
Well, actually, I have a website, www.thefocalpoint.co. I also am on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and they can also reach us at our phone number at 330-506-8851.
Great. Well, thank you for being here with me today, Jen. I appreciate it. It's good to see you again.
Thank you, Corey. Yes. Happy holidays.
You too. Thanks, guys, for listening. We will be back very soon for the DiDoc Life Mastery Podcast. Thanks.